Picture this. You're in your apartment late at night and you hear something outside, a scream maybe. You walk to the window. There are lights on in the building across the street. Other people clearly hear it too. You wait a second, watching for someone else to react first. They're doing the exact same thing, watching you. That moment, multiplied across dozens of windows, is close to what actually happened in Queens, New York, in March of 1964. A young woman named Kitty Genovese was attacked outside her apartment building late at night. The attack happened in stages over more than half an hour, and the story that made national headlines a few weeks later was almost unbelievable. 38 witnesses, the report claimed, heard or saw the attack, and not one of them called the police while it was happening. That number became famous. It got taught in psychology classes for decades. It's also, as later investigations found, not quite accurate. Many of the people counted as witnesses only heard a brief sound and assumed it was a drunken argument or a couple fighting, common enough late night noise in a city that nobody thought twice about. At least one person did call the police. The initial report compressed a messy, confusing night into a clean, shocking headline, and the headline is what stuck. But here's the part that didn't need exaggerating to be real. In situations exactly like this one, the more people who are aware something might be wrong, the less likely any single person is to act. That's not a guess. It's been tested directly. In the late 1960s, psychologists Bibb Latané and John Darley ran a series of experiments built specifically around this question. In one version, they had people fill out a questionnaire in a room, then quietly pump smoke through a vent. When someone was alone in the room, they almost always got up and reported it within seconds. When several people were in the room together, most of them just sat there, glancing at each other, breathing slightly hazier air, waiting for someone else to move first. Often, nobody did, even as the room visibly filled with smoke. The explanation researchers landed on is called diffusion of responsibility. When you're the only person who can help, the responsibility lands entirely on you, and that's obvious. When there are other people around, that same responsibility quietly splits between everyone present. Nobody decided not to help. Each person just assumed, reasonably enough, that someone else probably would or already had. The result is the same either way. Nobody does anything. There's a second piece to this too, just as important. People in groups also look to each other for cues about how to interpret an ambiguous situation. If everyone around you looks calm, that calmness reads as information. Maybe it's nothing, maybe you're overreacting, so you stay calm too. Everyone is quietly borrowing confidence from everyone else, and the confidence is built on nothing at all. What's strange is how reversible this is. In follow-up studies, when one person was clearly designated to help or directly addressed by name or description, the entire dynamic collapsed instantly. The hesitation wasn't really about indifference, it was about responsibility being unclear. The moment it became clear, people acted, often immediately, the same people who'd done nothing seconds before. It's a strange kind of comfort in a way. The story isn't really about 38 indifferent strangers in the dark. It's about how easily responsibility can scatter the moment more than one person is watching, and how something as simple as making it specific again, one person, one task, one moment of clarity, is sometimes the only thing needed to undo it. Why do we think, feel, and act the way we do? Stay curious. Thanks for watching and join us on the next episode by subscribing to Why Humans.